Don't you love my Taylor Swift shirt? Hey guys, so this isn't gonna be a super long or super in-depth video, but this video I'm gonna be talking about my tattoos. So I have several tattoos. I just wanted to come up on here and tell you my tattoos, the story behind them. I have a few. I wanted to just share another passion of mine and something I really love and how I display and how I express myself, and one of those is tattoos. I feel like I am a walking billboard for myself, and if I get to express myself by showing tattoos, it's kind of like writing on myself, like I am my own book. And that's why I have tattoos, because I want to show what I live for and what makes me happy. First off, I want to give my brother a shout out for that awesome video intro. You can find all his social media linked down below. Don't forget to go check out my other YouTube videos. And don't forget to go look at my Instagram. It is hair and makeup by _Padilla. Same way it is spelled here. Definitely go check that out. Anyways, let's go ahead and just jump into this tattoo video. So hopefully this video gets you a little bit closer to me and knowing who I am and what I like. So the first tattoo I ever got was right here on my wrist, and I'm gonna also try and put close-up pictures and other pictures while I talk about all of these in this video. So the first one is on my wrist. It says Romans 8:18, and I got this one I believe when I was either 16 or 17. The verse is, the pain you've been feeling now cannot compare to the joy that is coming. So I'm gonna do another video more on anxiety, but I do struggle with anxiety. I do struggle with depression, and around the time that I got this tattoo, I was super depressed. I felt like that was really the time where I started noticing that I was anxious and depressed, and I'm gonna go way more into detail of my journey with anxiety in another video, but that was my first tattoo and I love it. I love if I'm getting anxious, I will look down on my wrist and I will just keep saying the verse over and over again. The pain you've been feeling now cannot compare to the joy that is coming. The pain you've been feeling now cannot compare to the joy that is coming. And that just kind of helps me take a deep breath. I'll try to say it slowly. I'll just it just really calms me down when I am able to look at that and just breathe and remind myself that this pain is temporary, that this anxiety is temporary, that this panic attack is temporary, and I'm gonna get through it. The next tattoo I got, I'm just gonna put a picture of it here. So this one is a lilac, and it says Roman 5/8, which is, I loved you at your darkest, which is for my mom. My mom's favorite flower is a lilac or lilacs, and so I had to get one for her because she has always supported me and my siblings through any pain that we've had, through any anxiety or stupid mistakes we made. She's always been there to love us, and she continued to love us even on what felt like some of our darkest days, and she's always been super supportive. She's always just been there for us, so of course I had to get a tattoo dedicated to her. This one is located on the right side of me on my ribs, so it was kind of painful to get, especially when she went in and started doing those detailing, but surprisingly it was not my most painful tattoo. The pain I felt more there was the uncomfortableness, because I was literally in the tattoo artist chair with my arm up like this, and I was literally in so much pain from just losing blood circulation up here from like holding it. Oh my gosh, that was like the worst part. It was worse than like the actual tattoo itself. Like, oh my gosh, that one kind of hurt because of that. The next one is actually on the back of my arm here, and it is a dancer. I danced starting when I was like 3 years old. I love dance. I still love it. I still like find myself randomly doing turns or tapping or whatever. I find myself still dancing. So at the end of my senior year, when I stopped competing and stopped dancing full time, I decided I wanted to get a tattoo because dancing was a huge part of my life. It always will be. It definitely made me who I am today. I made some great friends from there. And so that tattoo I got my senior year, like a week or two after recital, just because it was like my farewell to dance. I definitely miss dance. I love the line work of it, and I love that not a lot of people have other tattoos like this. I love the placement of it. Like, I just love this tattoo so much. I love that it makes me who I am. I never truly had to say goodbye to dance. Because I have it always with me. I have that part of my life always with me. So I never truly had to say goodbye to dance like 100%. It's still always here with me. The next tattoo is on this side of the arm, and same thing, it kind of goes with that outline. And down here it says, I found time can heal most anything. And this one is my, of course, Taylor Swift tattoo. So this one is dedicated to Taylor Swift. It's from her Fearless album. It's a song called 15. If you haven't listened to it, I would highly recommend going to listen to it. The song is just about like entering high school, and you realize like there's so much more to life than just high school. There's so much more beyond that, and you'll find that out sooner than later, that there's so much more than dating the boy on the football team or being popular or whatever, winning prom queen. Like, there's so much more to that, and the guy you date in high school is not going to be the love of your life. You're going to do so many greater things than that. I just love this song because I feel like even now I still relate to it. I still find myself reflecting back on that part of my life, or just feeling the emotions of like, okay, where I am now, even it's not gonna add up to who I'm supposed to be or what I'm supposed to be. Like, I still relate to that song today, and that's why I had to get those lyrics tattooed on me, especially those lyrics. Like, it's like the pain that I'm feeling right now, it will heal. I will become better from it. Any anxiety I have, I will overcome that, and time is gonna allow me to do that. Time is gonna make me feel better. All I have to do is give myself time to grow and to learn from whatever experience I'm going through at that time. So I love that tattoo. I love those lyrics so much, and if you haven't, definitely go look up Taylor Swift's 15. It's off of her Fearless album. It's such a good song. I definitely want to get more Taylor Swift related tattoos. So we will see. That will probably happen eventually. My favorite thing about these two tattoos, so my dancer one and the girl one, and I will post another photo of this because I know I have another one of me like sitting, but I just love the way, I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah, okay. I love the way these both look, and that's kind of why I got them the way I did. The reason I got them like that is because I loved the idea of how they would look when I sat back like that, or for more like a tank top. Like, you'd be able to see both of them, and they're just like outlines of girls like sitting or doing ballet. Like, I just love them, and I love that when people look at them, they're like, wait, what is it? And then they like have to look again, and they're like, oh, it's a dancer and a girl sitting down. Okay, what does that one say? Oh, okay. But I love, like, that was like my idea when I got the dancer one. I was like, I'm going to get another one on this side of my arm, so when I sit down or whatever and I have my arms like next to me, people are like, oh, they're both outlines. Like, that's pretty cool. I see what you did there. So I'm very much into the outline tattoos, black and white tattoos. My lilac one is my first colored one, and then my other one that I'm going to show you in a minute, those two are my only full-on color ones. The other ones are all just like black and white and outlined. The next tattoo I got is this one. And the other thing that a lot of people don't know about me is that I'm also a huge Hunter Hayes fan. I love Hunter Hayes. I started listening to him actually in dance class one time. One of my ballet teachers put on Wanted by Hunter Hayes, and I fell in love with that song. I fell in love with that song, and I came home from dance, I looked it up, and it was him, it was Hunter Hayes singing it. I was like, oh my god, this is a beautiful man. He is so cute. He's so adorable. I love his voice. I fell in love with his other songs, and that later on he came out with an album called Wild Blue Part 1. And from that song, or from that album, he put out a song called Still, which is actually a worship song. He wrote it as a psalm to be like sung for God or whatever, and I fell in love with that song when I heard it. Like the first time I ever heard it, I was like, I love this song. I fell in love with that song right away. But so to me, these are like God's hands holding these mountains. But this lyric in that song that really inspired this tattoo, that inspired that tattoo, are from the song Still, and the lyrics go, there's glory in the mountains that we climb, but stillness brings a peace no joy can find. And I just like, when I hear those lyrics, I picture like God holding my mountains and God being still and him holding those, and like me just realizing like these mountains that I'm climbing, whether it's my hands that are holding these mountains or God's hands, those are my mountains that I'm climbing. And when I get to the top, and while I'm even having that journey to the top, to where I want to be, to who I want to be, I have to stop and take a look around me and be like, oh my gosh, there's this amazing thing that's going on while I'm taking this journey. There's so much peace once I can finally be me. I'm like, there's so much just to that journey that you're taking to get to where you want to be and who you want to be. And once you get there, the stillness is going to be amazing. It's going to be the best time ever once you get to that point, or even along the way, those stillnesses that you get, those peacefulness that you get sitting out by the lake, reading a book, any of those, laying in bed for 5 minutes at the end of the day, like those stillness moments where you don't have to do anything, those are so peaceful, and you're gonna find no other kind of peace, no other kind of joy with just being still for a minute. And I feel like with anxiety, that stillness is so rare. I get so very few moments throughout my days where that stillness happens, and it's just so peaceful. But I would not change any of my journey to get that stillness, even my struggles, because I am so much more grateful for that stillness, because I'm going to appreciate it way more than others who maybe don't have to struggle, who don't have anxiety, who don't have depression. I get to experience that stillness and how great that stillness is now that I've reached that point. And looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, there was a lot of good times in my bad times, and I didn't look at those journeys and how there's glory in the mountains that we climb. So that tattoo, that one's probably one of the ones that have the most meanings besides my Romans 8:18 that I have on my wrist. This next one and my last one, and this one I just got a few months ago, and it's for my grandma. So it says love and prayers, grandma, and it has a marigold, which is my grandma's favorite flower. She said that the reason she loves marigolds is because it reminds her of Blessed Virgin Mary. And my grandma is a huge churchgoer. She's a huge Catholic. I am inspired by that. I love that she has a love for God. I love that she prays to God. I feel like she's definitely someone to look up to if you need someone to look up to for religion. She's so passionate about our God. She's so passionate about God, and I love that she is so passionate about him, and that I get to look up to her for that, and that she prays for me, and she loves me, and she's just a very inspirational woman. In her younger years, she was sexually assaulted, and I find that so inspiring that she can still love God, or she might have been questioning at one point, how could God allow this to happen? And she still loves him, and she still moves forward with her life, and I'm very inspired by that because it never seemed like she has ever really let that take over her life, that whatever happened to her in her childhood, or never allowed that to take over her life and who she was and who she was going to be and her love for God. She never let those instances take over her. And I just feel like she's a very inspirational woman, in that I want to have her handwriting on me for my whole life. And I want to have a flower for her, and I wanted to get it before anything happened to her. She is 82 years old. And when I showed it to her, she was like so blown away. She was shocked. She was speechless. She like didn't know what to say. And I just needed to get that for her. And when I saw her handwriting on that card, it was from a card that I got it. It said Love and Prayers Grandma, so it is in her handwriting. And when I saw that, I was like, instantly, I was like, I need to get a tattoo of that. And then like 2 years later, I finally ended up getting it, but it's definitely one of my favorite tattoos, and I love looking at it, and I just feel like she is so inspirational that I wanted to get that tattooed on me. And I feel like I probably don't know so many things about her that I definitely want to know, and I feel like I should ask those questions because I would love to tell my kids stories of their great grandma and how much she meant to me and how she instilled God in me. And I just love this tattoo so much. I love how much meaning it has. So those are all my tattoos. I know this wasn't a super long video. I definitely plan on getting more tattoos. I want to get a hairstylist one, obviously, and there are some other lyrics that I would like to get tattooed, or pictures inspired by lyrics or whatever. So there's definitely more to come, and my mom hates that I get tattoos, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed a more non-related hair video. Thank you so much. Please give me a like and a follow, and don't forget to go check out my social media. It's all going to be linked below. And don't forget, while you're down there, to subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever. Thank you so much for watching and coming back to my video. I appreciate you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Be thankful for the small things. One of my small things that I'm thankful for is that I had to go run errands today, and it is snowing, like it is like a freaking blizzard out there, and I didn't get into an accident, and I didn't see one. I wasn't even close to one, and I am just very thankful that God brought me safely home, let me do what I had to get done before Christmas, and that's my small thing that I am thankful for, that I didn't get into an accident, that I am safe, that God kept me safe on my errands, and I'm just thankful that that's how my day ended up being. Anyways, thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Find something small to be thankful for. The little things are what matter. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Don't you love my Taylor Swift shirt? Oh, Taylor Swift. All the eras of Taylor Swift. Anyways, thank you. Bye.